Hey guys, this is Kierda here, otherwise known as Tyconders23 over on his tank and a few other toy forums as well. Now, a few friends of mine on Facebook asked me to do a quick video review of this, as I seem to be one of the first people to get one, and this is the Hiya Toys Alien Colonial Marines Soldier Alien. It's in a 4-inch scale, or 1 to 18 inch, or 1 to 18 scale, and it comes with a few accessories, and it comes in a nice window style packaging. Now I'm going to just do a quick review of the packaging itself. As I said, it's a window style box. You can see the Colonial Marines logo right behind the alien figure. You can see the figure displayed when it's in the box. It has the Hiya Toys logo, Colonial Marines logo, and the Xenomorph soldier on the cover. Similar design on the side. It has just aliens, multitude of aliens all over the side of the box, and goes down to a kind of a grid pattern, and has the Colonial Marines logo again on the side. On the back we have a repeat again of the Marines logo. The age for this is 14 plus, and then just the standard copyright issue for Fox and 2 pictures of the alien in various poses. Again, the side of the box is similar, but this time no logo. And the bottom of the box also has the same grid pattern, and on the very top of the box, if you can just make that out, is a picture of the alien and kind of lurking in darkness. So that's pretty much the box. Everything you can see packed in it. And onto the figure itself, here is the alien himself, and you can see the design is actually, even though it's called a soldier alien or soldier xenomorph, it's actually technically the warrior alien from Aliens. There was also another figure released this wave, and that figure is the Lurker alien, which is basically essentially the big chap from the very first Alien movie with the complete clear dome over the head instead of the ridged dome that this one has. Now onto the accessories you get. The base that the alien is standing on has one peg hole to fit either feet. There's 2 peg holes in the feet, so you can put it either on either side. You get a facehugger, which is quite nice. It's a very detailed facehugger. I'll pick it up there. Now the tail on the facehugger is static, so it doesn't actually, you can't pose it, so there's no bendy wire in it, but the detail is very nice. It's in a sort of crawling pose. It's very cool. You also get an open alien egg. Let's see if you can see the inner detail there, and it's quite nice. It has a kind of hive detailing on the base as well. Now, just a thing of note, I have seen another video review for one of the Lurker aliens, done by a guy called Shartimus Prime. Now, the egg that came with his one is actually different. It's a closed egg, so this one has an open egg. It's the only main difference between the accessories. It both came with the same sets of hands, the same facehugger, the same metallic kind of grid base, and just a closed egg instead of open. Now, just something I want to note as well. I have another alien egg from the Revoltech alien, and something I've seen in a few series is that the alien eggs seem to be different scales. Now the Revoltech alien is actually a larger scale figure. It's more of a closer to 5.5 to 6 inch alien, and as you can see, both alien eggs are quite similar in size, even though they're quite different in design. Not sure if it's any relevance to people, but just thought I'd throw it in there. The hand you get is 2 very similar flat kind of hands, a grasping hand set and a kind of an open palm set. So as you can see on the alien, I just have one of the kind of a mixture of 2 hands on it, so kind of one of the open palms and one of the kind of slightly even further opened palm set. So I'm not sure if you can see that. Detail on the alien itself is fantastic. It has some very good detail on this. The detail on the sculpt is very well done. The actual paint applications is quite nice. It has a very kind of glossy, slimy effect as well, and it's kind of a dark black base with a almost brown dry brush over it, instead of, if I recall on the other video, the Lurker has a more metallic paint to it, so it's more dry brush with metals, whereas this one's more dry brush with a kind of a brown, which is similar to what the old Alien Warriors look like. Now I can take him off the base. He stands quite well off the base, but he does sometimes need to pose his legs in the right position just to get him standing. He's can be a little top heavy, but you can get some very nice poses out of him as well. Just move him there. As you can see, he stands quite well without the base. Just move the box out of the way, and there he is standing without the base. Another thing to note is the articulation on him. So he has a ball jointed waist, upper waist. He has a ball jointed neck, and just popped up. It quite easily pops off. So you can see it there. It just connects straight back in. If I can get it back in on the ball while trying to do the video at the same time. There we go, straight back in. It's a bit wobbly on the neck. I'm not sure if that's with all of them or just mine. It could be just mine because I've been kind of taking, I popped the neck off when I first got it, so it could be just become loose over time. Now the arms can rotate 360 and go out and up, and you also have a similar joint at the elbow, so it can go down, up, twist 360 degrees should you want to twist your alien arm upside down. The hands are on just a rotation. They don't have they just swivel. They don't actually have a up and down movement to them or anything like that. That's due to the design where the hands just pop out and pop back in. So as you can see, the hands just have quite a small little peg on them. Now one thing I would note is the hands are sort of a gummier plastic than the actual alien itself, so just to be wary of the hands. They may after a while snap, but hopefully I don't think they will. Tail is on just a wire frame, so there's a wire running through it, and you can position the tail in various poses. It's quite nice. Now one thing to note as well, in Shartimus Prime's review he said that the tail ridge that he got in his was upside down, and when you tried twisting it around, it's not designed to move, so when you twisted it around it snapped off, so you had to get a replacement one. Back spines are fantastic. Now another thing is the back central spine. I've seen it done on some of the larger figures where they have it positionable, but on most of the 4-inch scale figures that I've had for aliens, they've never had it moving. It's just so you could position the head up further, but it doesn't make much of a difference to this scale. The leg itself is interesting. The hip has an extra joint here, so you can rotate the leg just at the bottom of the hip, and then it can move as well out and in. And the knee has just a slight 90-degree angle, and same with the feet, so you can position the feet. You can get some interesting kind of open leg stances and kind of running poses from him as well, but if you're doing running poses you will need a base to kind of hold him up, because he doesn't really stand too well on one foot. So you can just put him into the base. You can see you can get kind of a few running poses out of him. So if I just bring it up there, you can see the running pose, and again you can get some quite decent posability out of the figure itself. Now another thing I have is a few various figures from different lines for alien figures in a similar scale, so I'm going to bring them in one at a time and show you them. So the first one off, which is the closest with articulation, is this one, which is the Microman. Just position this guy a little bit better for bringing in the other figures. Is the Microman AVP Alien Warrior. Now this one has a good bit different in joints. It has double knee joints but no swivels. It has a ball joint foot. It has similar design in hands, except it has that kind of extra articulation point in the arm. Double elbow and a swivel just above the bicep, so it's quite different. And the arm itself, the shoulder is on a ball socket, so as with a lot of the Microman figures, they're quite poseable. And this one also features a open inner double inner jaw, whereas the Hiya toys doesn't, but for the scale it doesn't really work that well anyway, because you can see there's a big hole through the mouth where it slides along a sort of rail, but unfortunately it's a very gummy plastic and has a tendency to be very sticky to get back in. This one doesn't have the center ridge like the others. Pipes are quite bendy plastic, and the tail is fixed pose unlike the Hiya toys one, so it has no metal wire, so it just flops back into position. And I'll just stand him up there next to him so you can see how tall he is. And what I'll do is I'll take this one off the base so and try and get him standing, so you can see him standing with no base and height difference. So that the AVP alien is actually quite smaller to him, so this one is more in scale. Next alien I have is the more recent but retro style Alien from Alien, and it's done by the company called Funko. Quite cool figures, just a kind of 5 points, except this one has the extra tail joint, so 6 points of articulation. Not very poseable, but still quite detailed and still quite good. Again, it has an opening inner jaw, but it's more of a gimmick than an actual movie accurate inner jaw. So it was designed to be a kind of a toy attack gimmick. One of the next aliens I have two aliens in this scale from the same company, and I'll do the first one, which is the Warrior alien, which is closer to the Hiya toys version. I'll swing the camera into view, and that is the Alien Warrior Hot Toys Snap Kit figure. Now, these were released a long time ago, back in, I think it was the mid-2000s, and it came in an egg, and you just snapped it together. There's ball joints on the arms, just on the elbows, the wrists, the shoulders. There's a ball joint on the waist and a ball joint under the head. No inner working mouth. Differences is that, and there's no actual extra articulation in the leg. There's just the 3 points on the leg. Ball joints do give a small bit more range of movement, and again this one also has a wireframe tail. Now these ones I've had several sets of the aliens from this, and a lot of the ones I have a lot of breakages in them, mostly just near the joints. They were quite tough to put in together, and they would snap, so it's kind of a fitting name, Snap Fit. They also snapped with the joints. The second alien I have from that same line, if we can just get him into focus. Now his knee is actually broken on this one. It's the only one I could get at hand. If we can get him to stand up, or just rest him against one of the others, is the Alien AVP Alien Warrior. More closer in design to the Microman alien. If I just move his arms, you can just see he's very similar, all just ball joints again, and differences with this one is the piping at the back is actually separate pieces, and you just stick them together. Same idea with the tail, just a metal wire running through the tail itself. You can get some decent poses out of these ones, but again they're very fragile, as you can see. I'm not sure if you can bring that up there. Oh, he just fell over. The knee is actually broken, and I've had to fix it by putting a small metal rod in between it, and it's come undone, so I need to fix that again. We're not going to have everyone topple over, so I'll just lie this one down. So the Alien Warrior stands quite well. It has better center of gravity than the Aliens Warrior or AVP Warrior. Now another figure I'll just bring in for scale purposes is the AVP Snap Fit Predator. Now this is the clear cloaking or decloaking predator, but as you can see, it's another 4-inch scale figure, and you can see just if I put him next to the Hiya Toys alien, you can see the scale. So he's about, would be right in the same scale as he should be for a predator compared to the alien. As if I recall, the predators were in the 6-foot kind of category. The aliens are meant to be around the same height as the actual predators in the movies. So they seem to stack up well for the scale. And just to bring him in, I have one of the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra Neo Vipers, just so you can see the scale compared to a regular G.I. Joe figure, and you can see the scale. He's good. The alien itself is a good bit taller than a G.I. Joe, so again, it's in scale with these figures. And let's do a quick comparison along there. Hopefully you'll be able to see the detail in the camera. As I said, this is a kind of first time review and doing it as friends have requested it. Normally I just do kind of take pictures and do a picture review, but I said I'd give a video review a shot. So hopefully you enjoyed the video review. Hopefully it didn't waffle too long, and have a good day, I suppose.